we have to move to a different platform. This is where things started getting sketchy because when we moved to a different platform, none of us could see what he was doing. None of us could fund our account. So we couldn't go, hey, put money in this account. We couldn't do that. We had to send our money to Christian for him to put in our account. We couldn't pull our money out like before. We had to ask Christian for our money to pull it out. So this whole platform became very vague. And he had a Telegram channel where he was communicating with everybody. We were promised daily updates on accounts. We never got them daily, ever. Anytime we reached out and said, hey, do you mind telling us the update and what the account balance is, anything like that? Oh, we got cussed out.
Jennifer Williams has always publicly supported her husband, Christian Gold. On social media, his page presents him as a confident finance figure and real estate investor. Still, his past has drawn more attention than his claimed success. When Evelyn Lozada said Christian was allegedly still taking money from people, Jennifer strongly defended him. Now the situation looks very different. Reports say a civil court issued a fraud judgment of about $367,000 against Christian after he failed to respond to a lawsuit. Since that news surfaced, Jennifer has appeared emotional and shaken in public. Many viewers feel they have seen this story before. Years ago, Jennifer openly shared how a former partner deceived her financially. She warned women about ignoring warning signs, especially when love and money mix. Today, she is married to a man whose name appears in legal records connected to serious accusations. According to those filings, Christian received a default judgment after not answering claims tied to fraud, racketeering, and an alleged Ponzi-style operation under Georgia law. This is not online chatter or reality television drama. These claims come from court paperwork, which carries real weight. Some people question whether Jennifer truly learned from her past experience. She once said she survived a scam. Now her husband's name appears next to terms like financial harm and legal liability. While Jennifer is not accused of wrongdoing, many believe she may feel pressure as the situation unfolds, especially if financial consequences grow. Tension between Jennifer and Evelyn escalated months earlier. Jennifer criticized Evelyn for bringing up Christian's past, while Evelyn insisted her concern came from patterns she recognized. Evelyn pointed back to Jennifer's own story about an ex who allegedly took her Range Rover and left her struggling emotionally and financially. When Jennifer introduced Christian publicly in 2023, his age and career claims raised doubts. Among her castmates, he described himself as a finance expert and property investor, which made some uneasy. Jennifer dismissed those reactions as jealousy rather than caution. Evelyn, however, continued asking questions, especially as Christian's online image showed luxury, wealth coaching, and big promises. As Jennifer prepared for engagement, she addressed critics directly in interviews. She said she had grown wiser and trusted her judgment. Now, with legal documents circulating, many are watching closely. This story is no longer about opinions or personal disputes. It highlights how quickly confidence, love, and public image can collide with reality when the courts become involved.
There's a lot of people who are very concerned about you, Jen. We saw you been scammed. We saw you date another reality star who was convicted for setting up his family member to be murdered. How do you feel knowing that people are very concerned that you are in a relationship where you are about to get scammed again?
I have common sense and I have discernment and I have learned from these mistakes that I've made.
Christian's most serious legal trouble came from a false imprisonment case that led to a 30-month prison term. He was released on probation in 2018. By the time Jennifer was planning her wedding in 2024, public concern grew fast. Viewers warned her to be careful as more details from his past began surfacing. Things escalated after a viral clip spread online. In that video, Christian admitted he needed $250,000 in restitution from an earlier case before he could marry Jennifer. That moment alarmed many people. Online investigators soon uncovered more information, including a prior domestic violence conviction and unpaid court obligations. They also noticed the numbers did not add up. Jennifer openly shared she was willing to spend heavily on her wedding, but Christian reportedly placed his legal debt on her shoulders. He claimed the payment was required to travel internationally. Attorney and reality figure Simone Redwine later reviewed the case on her podcast. Her findings showed the actual restitution totaled only $12,500. Although Christian paid that amount in court, the mismatch raised serious doubts about his honesty and intentions.
I watched a clip about Basketball Wives where Christian was telling Jennifer, hey, I need $250K to help pay off the restitution so we can have the wedding of your dreams. And I was like, there's no way. Sure enough, he was lying. He lied and told her he needed $250K to pay off the restitution in order to travel and have the wedding of her dreams in Paris. She gave him quite a bit of money. She gave him money for this wedding. We don't know the exact amount, but she gave him something in reliance on the lie. The truth was, he only owed $12,500.
Simone did not stop after a quick review of paperwork. Wanting to understand the situation fully, she pushed further and decided to give people a voice. She invited several individuals who claimed they were harmed to speak directly on her podcast. Most of those who came forward were women from different walks of life. Some were young, others older, but their stories followed the same pattern. Each person described meeting a confident, driven man who spoke clearly about money, growth, and success. He came across as knowledgeable and dependable. Many said they trusted him enough to hand over savings meant for later years, believing he was helping them protect their futures. Whether Jennifer knew about the large gap between what Christian claimed he owed and what court records showed remains unclear. Still, that difference raised concerns early in their marriage. Just weeks before their planned Paris wedding in September 2024, everything changed. Christian was taken into custody after violating probation. The reason, according to reports, was linked to social media posts showing travel through Italy and Switzerland. Authorities reportedly noticed those updates and acted quickly. Even during that setback, Jennifer stayed by his side. Christian received a 15-day sentence, yet the judge allowed a rare exception. He served only 2 days before traveling to France for the ceremony. The remaining time had to be completed afterward, which pushed back their honeymoon plans. The wedding went on, but the stress surrounding it was impossible to ignore. After the marriage, Evelyn remained worried. She believed her friend was being misled and felt strongly about speaking up. Through social media, she shared messages that many people felt were not random. One post spoke about warning signs being meant for protection, not harm. Another mentioned how ignoring those signals often leads to regret. To fans, it felt like Evelyn was trying to reach Jennifer without calling her out directly. Soon after, new claims surfaced. One allegation said Christian took $1,500 for work that was never finished. That only added more doubt. Jennifer, however, refused to accept that interpretation. She viewed Evelyn's concern as envy and believed her former friend was upset about her happiness. While critics talked, Christian made a bold move. He tattooed Jennifer's name on his head, calling it a sign of loyalty. Some people saw romance. Others thought it was a distraction from growing accusations. Tensions exploded when Evelyn publicly said Jennifer married a felon who was still taking money from others. Jennifer responded sharply and brought Evelyn's daughter into the argument, pointing out her connection to a rapper with a criminal record. The exchange shocked many viewers and showed how personal the conflict had become. Not long after, another serious development happened quietly. A lawsuit was filed in an Atlanta area court by 21 people. Each person claimed Christian personally asked them for money, promising strong returns through investments. According to court filings, those opportunities never existed. Instead, the complaint described a setup where money from newer contributors paid earlier ones, while the rest disappeared. The group said they lost more than $120,000. Even more troubling, the lawsuit claimed many more people across the country may have experienced similar losses. The paperwork listed accusations such as fraud, wire fraud, and violations under Georgia's RICO laws. The plaintiffs requested repayment, interest, legal costs, and additional damages. Christian never responded to the case. Because of that, the court issued a default judgment. With added penalties, the total amount climbed to nearly $368,000. For many observers, this confirmed fears they had voiced for months. Online reactions exploded. Some viewers admitted they agreed with Evelyn, saying she noticed the truth early. Others felt Jennifer kept repeating old patterns. A few were harsh, calling the situation embarrassing. Many said warnings were ignored again. Jennifer has said she learned from past heartbreak and trusts her judgment now. Still, people are questioning whether love clouded her view. The debate continues, and the story keeps unfolding. Fans are watching closely, wondering if the signs were missed or if there is more beneath the surface.